Allegedly, this med spa in Miami specialized in doing enlargement procedures for men. Yeah. You see your reaction? That was my reaction. Manera. It's me, AV. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. What are we talking about today? We're talking about 50 Cent. We're talking about fall. We're talking about pumpkinius. We're talking about the snap, crackle, and pop candles. We're ready to go. Long live autumn. Okay, I'm a fall baby, so this season energizes me. I'm so excited to be here. Without further ado, let's get into today's case. So for those of you who don't know, hi, I'm AV. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, comment, all of those things. You want to stick around. I'm fun. I'm a lot of fun. You're gonna love it here. You're gonna love it here. Trust me. Anywho, we're talking about 50 Cent versus the med spa lady. Who is the med spa lady? Well, let's first talk about a few things. When we cover cases here on my channel, and by the way, I'm a law student, so I like to give it to you in the fundamentals, hey, you know, these are the basic things you need to know before you go out into the YouTube streets, right? So you have at least the fundamentals and the background of a case before you go anywhere, right? So there's gonna be 3 things that we cover. Typically, I cover the facts, but because we don't have a complaint to look at yet, and we don't know if this is a legitimate lawsuit just yet, I'm gonna actually cover the why instead of the facts. So we're gonna talk about what you need to know and why 50 Cent is suing this med spa lady. The second thing is we're gonna talk about defamation, because it's likely that if he is going to sue her, he's going to sue her on the grounds of defamation, and that's gonna be a key part of his complaint. And what's the third thing we're gonna cover? The third thing is any possible defenses that she has, and you know, her attorney has put out a statement this week, so we'll talk about that and we're gonna go from there. So let's start with the why, shall we? So why is 50 Cent? Why? Pamodi, why is he suing this lady? Well, it all starts in February of 2020. He took a photograph with the owner of a med spa in Miami. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with med spas. Sometimes I go, sometimes I get some things done, you know, a little laser hair removal. You know, they do some interesting treatments in there. But allegedly, this med spa in Miami specialized in doing enlargement procedures for men. Yeah. You see your reaction? That was my reaction. Firstly, I've never heard of this ever. Like, do med spas do this, guys? Like, I've never seen this at a med spa. And like, the other question is, who paid for that? Like, who's paying for that? So there's that. There are just so many questions that come to mind that we don't have time to cover in this video. And here's the other thing about med spas that you need to know. This is important. Med spas will typically advertise to social media influencers and celebrities so they can attract more clientele. I'm going to include a picture of 50 Cent and this woman together. If you look at the picture, what is she wearing? What do you notice about what she's wearing? She's wearing scrubs. That's important because we're gonna come back to this when we talk about her defenses, okay? Now, you take a picture with this woman. She's an owner of a med spa. The med spa does the thing to the guys, okay? This is what happens. Now, the interesting thing about this is that the photo was taken 2 years ago. We are now in 2022. The Shade Room resurfaced this photograph. The Shade Room reposted it. And when they repost it, it included like a little paragraph underneath, and it said something along the lines that, you know, women get BBLs, but men get procedures done too. Put yourself in 50 Cent's shoes when you see that. And I don't know, do y'all remember Chappelle's show and Charlie Murphy and like that type of laugh, like that laugh? Like, seriously? You know what I mean? Like, you don't need, you saying I need that, what? 50 Cent, after seeing this on the Shade Room, made a counter post, which basically said, hey, when people do things like this, they don't have a business 2 days later. Super gangster, as super OG. Let's talk about defamation, because it is very likely that he is going to sue her for defamation. I'm going to give you guys a brief refresher on what defamation is. It can vary depending on jurisdiction, and it can vary depending on which state that you're in. Typically, you can sue somebody in federal court if there's diversity jurisdiction. Way too complex for this audience right now, but let me at least give you the fundamentals of defamation. There's 4 elements that you need to satisfy. The first one is a false statement purporting to be a fact. Here, we have this woman posting this thing, right, from a med spa that does these type of procedures and insinuating maybe 50 Cent had this procedure done as well. Now, if it was a personal photograph where she was not wearing scrubs and it was just like, hey, oh my God, celebrity 50 Cent, here's me and this pretty autumn dress, or here's me in a ball cap, a blue one that said 300,000 on it, or here's me in a sweatshirt that says free them yams. I'm here, right? This is just me in my personal capacity. But when I'm wearing scrubs at my business and a picture of you and I post something on my business page, The second thing, the publication or communication gets transmitted to a third person. Here, you have the woman posting it and the Shade Room also posting it. So you have that. The third thing is that the fault of the person that caused the situation amounted into or amounts from the negative post. In this case, the post. The negative item, the negative communication is typically what that third thing means. But here, that post has resulted in negativity for 50 Cent's brand, and we don't know behind the scenes what that negativity looks like, what particular deals are at stake, what particular business is at stake. I think for him, it's really about brand, right? And we'll talk about that more in a second, because I grew up with 50 Cent. I remember Wankster coming out. Is it Wankster? Yeah, I remember when Wankster came out. Like, it was a big deal. Like, as a millennial, this is very important to me. Okay, what's the fourth element? The fourth element is damages are caused by a result, and that's kind of connected to what I was just talking about when it comes to, like, hey, somebody says something and it causes you to lose out on specific things, right? So that's really your 4 elements of defamation, and the plaintiff has the burden with something like this. So that means if 50 Cent takes her to court, he would have to prove each and every single one of those elements. Meaning he would have to have evidence and present it to a jury to show, like, hey, this woman did this specifically for profit, or specifically to defame my name, to use my name, to use my character, to use my likeness for profit, right? You see how that gets a little crazy there? A little snap, crackle, and pop candle, right? This candle's actually, what is it called? Cinnamon donut. Obviously, this woman's she's got a lawsuit on her hands. Now, there are alternative methods to, satisfy issues outside of court, or not even satisfy, oh, that's dirty, to resolve issues outside of court. You can have your attorneys work it out, you can reach a settlement agreement, things like that. Here's what I will say about this particular case, because the woman, who would be the defendant, if I get my hands on the complaint. Trust me, guys, I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try to find it. If I find it, I'll bring it and we can live stream it and we can work through it. It's gonna be fun. Stay tuned. She argues, you guys are gonna love this. Her number one argument is that he consented to taking the photo with her. I don't know if that's verbal consent or written consent, but her number one argument is that he consented to taking the photo with her. I don't remember pictures I took with people 2 years ago. I don't know what a celebrity remembers about pictures they take with people from 2 years ago, right? So you have that. The other thing is that they argue in the statement that she never once implied that he received that procedure. I don't know, you guys. Like, I'm gonna put the note cards down for a second because it's just like, how would you know as a celebrity? I mean, a lot of us don't know the situation, but it's kind of like, okay, if I'm me, AV, and I'm a tiny YouTuber, like I'm small, I'm really small, right? But like, if I were to ever grow up and get super duper famous, how are you gonna be able to screen the pictures or, you know, the personalities of the people that you take pictures with? It's virtually impossible. So when I saw this defense, it was kind of a little crazy. I mean, we don't know what the context is. So to be fair, like maybe they knew each other in a specific capacity. I don't know why he would be in the med spa. Who knows? But it's an interesting thing on both sides, to be honest. And like, of course, attacking a man's, you know, that's not okay, right? And Vivica came out and said it. She's like, he doesn't, come on, he doesn't need that. Right? So the fact that the shade room, like, anyway, I keep my personal opinions out of it. But on the other hand, on her end, why was he there? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, guys. Like, what do you think? What do you think? Please, 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 because I'm gonna stay close to this. I'm gonna cover it a little bit more. But what I ask is for you guys keep, you know, an ear to the ground. Let me know what you think, because this is an interesting case. Anywho, thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any ideas for any YouTube or legal cases that you'd like me to cover, you can always drop a comment here, reach out to me on Instagram, and I'll look into it and create a video for you. It's gonna be a little bit before I live stream with you guys, but I am so looking forward to it. We have another one coming in the next week or so. It should be really, really good, and I have a collaborator, a YouTube collaborator that I am looking forward to collabing with. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.